Thanks to the changes on September 9th, Halls of Atonement has been transformed. With reduced enemy density in the courtyard and a lower overall enemy count, it's gone from one of the more difficult dungeons to time to one of the easiest. We are breaking down a popular route seen by Kira and his group Missed Count. The best part? It uses no fancy skips or complex pulls, making it perfect for players at all keystone levels. Let's dive in. Our first pull is the standard big pull to the left, including the patrolling Gargants. Use Lust here. Your priority damage target is the Shard of Halus. Tanks position this group as far from the northern Stormborn Slasher as possible. The low health groundskeepers will try to flee, and distance is your best defense against pulling the Slasher. Slows also help. You can pull the Gargant patrol immediately if you have easy snap threat, or just wait for them to patrol and chain them in when they're closer. Next, we'll jump down into the courtyard for a simpler pull to let cooldowns recover. Pull the two Houndsmaster patrols, the Depraved Obliterator, and the Darkblade. I also recommend, if you're in a key of +12 or below, pulling the nearby groundskeepers now. It's easier than dealing with them during Halkias because he usually dies before you have a chance to tag them. If you're not comfortable pulling both Gargant patrols together, focus one Houndsmaster down first, then pull the second. For the third pull, you want to have your tank grab the groundskeepers while a ranged DPS or a healer pulls the Shard of Halkias and the Collector. Bring everything back to where you fought pull number 2 to avoid the nearby Obliterators. Now, don't panic if you accidentally pull those Obliterators. You can adjust by skipping G17, the Obliterator and Darkblade that you'd normally pull into Halkias in this route. A tank can do all of this on their own. Just be careful that when you pull the groundskeepers, you back straight up and then move over to grab the shard so that you don't accidentally strafe them across the Obliterators you're skipping. Regardless of how you decide to pull this, make sure you save a kick for the Collector, either from a ranged DPS or the tank themselves, as they will stop to cast as you're setting this pull up. For the next pull, we're going to grab the 3 Collectors in front of Halkias, and we're going to pull them into the central pack, which contains a Houndsmaster and 2 Gorgons, as well as an Obliterator. I like to assign the Houndsmaster kick of Loyal Beasts to a ranged DPS, as they're always able to get it. It's super important, especially on this pack, that you have somebody hard assigned to watch that Loyal Beasts. You'll need to assign a kick or an AoE stop to the Collectors as you pull them in, and once everything is gathered up together, then you can just use your AoE stuns to stop their casts. Once this is done, wait for the Houndsmaster patrol to move away from the stairs, then run up, grab the 2 Darkblades and Obliterator at the top, and chain them into the next pack on the circular platform. This includes a Darkblade, an Obliterator, and a bunch of Groundskeepers, as well as a patrolling Houndsmaster Gargant pack. Tank this group towards the north end of the path, which helps prevent the fleeing Groundskeepers from pulling the Stoneborn Slasher that we're skipping. If you accidentally pull this Slasher, or the first one we skipped, just omit the one planned for later. And as well, if you're not comfortable doing all of this together, you could always wait for the Houndsmaster patrol to walk in and chain them into the pack later on. For the next pull, you're just going to clear everything in the final room at the top of the map, and remember, we're prioritizing damage on the Shard of Halkias. Next, we'll jump back down into the boss arena, avoiding the patrol that we skipped earlier, and then we'll tag these Groundkeepers and this Obliterator and Darkblade pack when it's safe to do so. Now you have 2 choices. The fast way, pull all of this onto the first boss. Or the safe way, clear this first and then fight the boss alone. If you're clearing this first, try to tank the Groundskeepers in a spot where they won't pull the patrolling Gargant pack or the Stoneborn Slasher. For tips on how to beat Halkias, you can check out our quick boss guide in the description below. Our next pull will be our second Lust pull. This pack has 3 Stoneborn Reavers, a grip of Ankle Biters, a Darkblade, and an Obliterator. Tanks, these Reavers are going to apply a stacking Mortal Strike. You'll want to save your big defensives from when you're at 3 stacks. And healers, the Ankle Biters hurt a lot for everybody, so be ready with big cooldowns here. We'll Lust this and burn down the dangerous pack quickly. Next, we'll grab these 2 Groundskeeper packs and the Obliterator and Darkblade along the wall. At the base of the stairs, there's 2 Stoneborn Slashers. You're going to wait for the far Stoneborn Slasher to turn into a statue, and then tag the near one and pull it into this pack. If you're not comfortable pulling trash onto bosses, you can also grab the second Obliterator and Darkblade that we normally save for Echelon. Otherwise, we'll pull those with the second boss. Our first pull after Echelon is everything in this Cathedral entry. We're going to pull all of the groups from the entryway back into Echelon's courtyard to fight. Make sure you have kicks assigned for the 2 Houndsmasters in this pack. For the third boss, High Adjudicator Elise, the standard pull currently is to bring the next 4 mobs into the boss. There'll be an Obliterator and a Collector there that you need to kick. So what you'll want to do is tag the mobs, and as you run up the stairs, you wait to engage the boss until all 4 enemies are fully in the arena. If you pull too early, these gates can come up and you could potentially not be able to interrupt the Obliterator or the Collector. If you're not comfortable with this, just pull those 4 mobs back into the Cathedral entryway and clear it safely there. Our third and final lust is for Inquisitor Cigar. If you have good funnel damage classes, you'll want to tank him in the main arena for better funnel damage, and you want to use your lust after his first Dark Communion cast, aiming to burn him down before the next one. After that, it's just the final boss, Lord Chamberlain, standing between you and your timed key. And that's the new simplified route for Halls of Atonement. This path is reliable and easy to execute, making your run smoother and more successful. If you found this guide helpful, let us know in the comments what dungeons you'd like to see next. For an in-depth look at all of the War Within seasonal dungeons, head over to RaiderIO's The Weekly Route. Until next time, I'm Sean for RaiderIO. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more dungeon tips.